Alright, so here, this is a review of the scope right here. This is by Spike. It is a 6 by 24 by 50 AOL, and it has sort of a range thing on here, range finder I guess. Goes, there's infinity, there's 150 yards, 100 yards, and right there is where you want to measure it up to, right, the little dot. So standard is about 10 yards, then it goes up to 15 yards, then 20 yards, 30, 50, 75, 100, 150, and infinity, and beyond. Then here, so the lever right here is to zoom in and out. This zooms in really far. So at about 100 yards, your target will look like it's about 5 feet from you. And right here, it has a radical color change. It has blue, green, and red. The elevation, the windage. I think this piece is just to focus. Now you're looking at this. Why do I have string on it? Well, because this Picatinny rail is actually this whole piece right here. It's from a different air rifle that would not fit with this stock on it. So I had to cut it up a little bit to make it fit. And there was nothing it would bolt down onto the top of the piston inside. So I had to glue it. I'll have some more videos with the scope, doing some long range shooting. It should be a lot of fun. This is a 177 pellet rifle, rated for a speed of 1400 feet per second. But I put a 22 barrel on it, and I added a little plumbing pipe thing, a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, or 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch thing on the other end. Just super glued it. Add just a little bit of style, I guess, personality, I guess. And I know that says nitro piston, but it's not. It's not a nitro piston in it. It's actually a spring. The reason it says nitro piston is because that barrel is from a 22 air rifle, which that 22 air rifle was a nitro piston. This is the Swiss Arms TG1. I'll see you guys here in a few seconds. Just to show size difference, this is the multi-mil dot scope that came with this air rifle. This is the Swiss Arms 4x40. So it's 40 millimeter end right there. And this one right here came with, is the scope that usually comes with the most cheaper air rifles. This is only a, I don't know how well you guys can see that, my super bright light. That's only a single crosshair, so there's no dots or anything. But I want to say that the one that came with the air rifle is about 2 inches longer than the most common scope. And the big one here, which this is a military grade, high profile, high quality scope. You can get this scope anywhere off of Amazon from I want to say $50 to $3,000. This scope cost me about 70 bucks. And this one is about 4 inches. 4 inches longer than the Swiss Arms. The cameras never really do any justice, but the scope that's on the rifle right now is a lot bigger than those. This one right here is huge compared to these two. This one and this one are tiny. This one's big. Now this is still the same scope, but this scope has all the attachments that came with it. It has the sunshade thing. I want to it dims the reflection off the scope. So it makes it, I think it makes so that it makes it harder for the enemies to see the light reflection off the scope. Comes with these lens protectors, which just flip down, clamp in, and they are spring loaded up here. So you just flip them up, and they go right up. See them on the back here, screen protector. Want to use it, just flip it right up. But yeah, now with all the attachments on it, it's easily 6-7 inches longer than than these two. This one is massive. Now that looks more like a real sniper rifle, like a military sniper scope right here. Problem though is I can't have this attachment on here, this rifle, because it's a brake barrel, and the brake barrel is right here, and it flips up, and this is blocking it, so I won't be able to put that on. And I had to make some minor adjustments in the first place because the things right here would not fit on here because this right here would not fit on here, the Picatinny rail, because this was so big around that it was not bouncing off, touching on this, which you don't want that with the rifle scope. And I had to have this back far enough to where the brake barrel would be able to go open up and close freely. So I had to put the attachment on as far back as I can. There's only about maybe 5 millimeters of play room in there. Not much. I'll have some more, like I said, I'll have more videos coming up. This rifle right here, right where my finger is over the spike. This rifle right here, the scope right here. Most people will put this scope on a 308 hunting rifle, or if you're having like an AR-15 and you use it for deer hunting or something, this would be a good rifle scope for you. Though you might want to use a longer barrel because AR-15s have a fairly short barrel compared to hunting rifles, so less accuracy. And because it has 50 times zoom, like I said, at 100 yards, your target will literally be like will look like it's only 5 feet from you. So it zooms in quite a ways. I'll have some videos coming up with looking through the scope cam and zooming in and out.